Hello, my name is Abhay'Kulkarni, and today's date is 2nd of September, and today's topic of discussion is what is TypeScript. So let us understand what is TypeScript by using understanding what is the Angular. So let's start the video. So what is Angular? So basically, when we open any web page or any website or on the web browser, it displays various elements such as buttons, different icons, pictures, images, and videos on the website. So this is all about due to the three parts, and this is all about making by using. So the Angular component is made up of three elements. So first one is HTML, CSS, and TypeScript. So the TypeScript has the intelligence, the primary level of intelligence, which do not require any kind of security. Uh, that task will be performed by the TypeScript. And if your task is furtherly very much secure, then it should have very much security. Then your intelligence or security uh, maintained by the third party security agencies. So in this, the TypeScript plays very important role. So the TypeScript is a primary language for Angular application development. It is a superset of the JavaScript. So with design time support for a type safety and the uh, for making of the website very much interesting. So the browsers cannot execute the TypeScript directly. TypeScript must be compiled into JavaScript using the TCS compiler, TypeScript compiler, which require some configurations. So this page covers some aspect of TypeScript. So if every page have aspects of TypeScript, the TypeScript will compiled to the JavaScript file. So the TypeScript environment are important for the Angular developers. That includes the following elements, that are the TS configuration TypeScript, that are compiler configurations, and the typings TypeScript declaration files. So now we will see TypeScript is a typed superset of a JavaScript that compiles to plan JavaScript. TypeScript is pure object oriented with class interface statically typed like hash C and Java. So the popular JavaScript framework Angular 2.0 is written in TypeScript. So the TypeScript can help making the browser more interaction and iteratively. So the programmers coming from the object-oriented world will find it very much easy to use the TypeScript. With the knowledge of uh, TypeScript, they could build web applications faster, as a TypeScript is good for the testing support always. So for example, if we have the variable where message equal to string equal to hello world, and in that if you do console.log message, you will print the hello world directly. So the TypeScript is a strongly typed object-oriented compiled language. It was designed by the Anders at the Microsoft. So we will going to discuss about some features of the TypeScript. So the first feature is TypeScript is just a JavaScript. So it is TypeScript is just a JavaScript persistence. TypeScript start with the JavaScript and ends with the JavaScript. So the TypeScript adopt the basic building blocks of your program from JavaScript. The TypeScript code is conversion into JavaScript equivalent for the purpose of the execution. So the next feature, the TypeScript supports other JS libraries also. So that compile the TypeScript file compiled into that can be consumed from any JavaScript code. So the TypeScript generated JavaScript can reuse all of the existing JavaScript frameworks, that is tools, and all the libraries. So the next feature we are going to discuss is JavaScript is a TypeScript. This means that any valid JavaScript file can be renamed to TS and compiled with other TypeScript files, that it can be more reliable and reusable. So the next feature we are going to discuss is TypeScript is a portable. So how the TypeScript is portable, that we are going to discuss. That is, TypeScript is portable across the browser devices and the operating system. it can run on any environment for the JavaScript. That if any environment having the compatibility with the JavaScript, that has to compatible with the TypeScript program or any kind of application that also. So unlike its counterparts, the TypeScript doesn't need a dedicated VM or virtual machine or a scientific runtime environment to execute. So the TypeScript and ECMA script. So the ECMA script specification is a standardized specification for scripting language. So there are 6th edition of ECMA 262 published. So the version 6 the version 6 of the standard code names, the harmony, the TypeScript is aligned with the ECMA script 5 6 specifications. So we will going to discuss about some important points regarding the TypeScript. So the TypeScript is a programming language developed by and maintained by the Microsoft. It is a static systematical superset of JavaScript and adds on optional static typing programming language. So the TypeScript is designed for the development of large applications and the transcompiles to the JavaScript. While as a TypeScript is a superset of a JavaScript, existing JavaScript programs are also valid for the JavaScript programs. So it is designed by the Microsoft and developed by Microsoft also. So it is first appeared on 1st October of 2012. So TypeScript may be used to develop JavaScript applications for both the client side and server side execution. So as with Node.js and the demo, so there are multiple options available for the transformation. Either the default TypeScript checker can be used or the Babel compiler can be invoked to convert the TypeScript into the JavaScript. So the TypeScript supports the definition files that can contain type information of existing JavaScript libraries, much like C++ header files can describe the structure of existing object files. So this enables other programs to use the values defined in the files as if they were statistically typed in the TypeScript entities. So there are third-party header files also, popular libraries as such as jQuery, MongoDB, and D3.js also. So the TypeScript headers. So there are TypeScript headers for the Node JavaScript basically modules are also available, allowing the, the development of Node.js program within the TypeScript. So the TypeScript compiler is itself written in the TypeScript, so and compiled to the JavaScript. It is licensed under the Apache 2 license 2.0. TypeScript is included is a first class programming language in Microsoft Visual Studio 2013. We are going to discuss some main points regarding the features. So first feature is type annotations and the compile time checking. Next is type interference. Next type eraser. Next one is interfaces. Next one is enumerated types. Next one is generic. Next one is namespaces, tuples. Next is ANSYS await. The following features are backported from the ECMA script 2015. So there are classes, modules, the abbreviated arrow syntax for the anonymous functions, so the optional parameters and the data parameters. Systematically, the TypeScript is a very similar to JavaScript .NET, another Microsoft implementation of ECMA 262 language standard that added support of static typing and classical object-oriented language features such as classes, interface, inheritance, and namespaces. So we will see the compatibility with the JavaScript. The TypeScript is a strictly superset of ECMA script 2015, which itself is a superset of ECMA script 5, commonly referred to as a JavaScript. So as such, JavaScript program is also valid for the TypeScript program. So this is all about the today's video. We have discussed about some importance of what is Angular, what is component, and what are the different component elements such in the components such as TypeScript, HTML, and CSS, and what are the different features of the TypeScript, and what are the different compatibilities with the TypeScript, what is the history of the TypeScript. So this is all about the today's video. Thank you.